Radium is a naturally occurring radioactive element and known carcinogen that's found in the drinking water of several local communities. In fact, it's been an issue in Waukesha County for some time now.
4 times each year, the DNR does testing to make sure radium levels are within EPA guidelines. But residents are still nervous and hoping for a long-term solution. Here's 10 at 10's Diane Mocha.
It's scary to think about what you're drinking and it causing bone cancer and being radioactive.
Turning on water to take a drink doesn't usually bring on scary thoughts, but not all of us like what's coming out of the tap.
Because it tastes nasty and it smells.
Many in Waukesha complain about the well water, the color, odor, or taste. And some get boiling mad about the notice in their water bill, warning of a violation of the maximum contaminant level for radium, a radioactive element you cannot see, smell, or taste, but one that may increase the risk of getting cancer, leaving some to wonder if Waukesha's water is safe.
I freaked out. I was just like, I could not, there was no words. I just did not want to drink it anymore.
Like many others, Martha Gonzalez says she buys bottled water.
And it's a little more expensive, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
But is Waukesha's water really dangerous? That depends on who you ask.
The short-term risks associated with the radium in the water are negligible.
It's not going to be negligible to the person who gets cancer and wonders if that's where they got it from.
The day we visited the Waukesha water utility, the manager said it was meeting all federal standards for radium.
It's during times when we have our facilities shut down or when we have demands that exceed the current available water that we provide radium or water that's not compliant with the radium standards.
The manager says the shallow wells provide water approved by the Environmental Protection Agency, but the 8 deep wells have radium above the EPA limit, some more than 3 times that limit. He says Waukesha treats 3 of those wells, but the others have water with higher radioactive levels because they are only used as backups. Do they meet that standard every day of the year?
On an average, yes.
But on a given day?
We don't know for sure.
Waukesha can still occasionally use backup wells that don't meet the standard until 2018, thanks to a court battle over how much radium is too much. So if you find a contaminant in there that you know is not safe, wouldn't you want to get rid of it?
Well, we need to understand what the standard is.
The EPA says in 1976 it first set the standard that radium not exceed 5 picocuries per liter, a level the health department says causes cancer in 4 people out of 100,000 who drink it every day for life.
The EPA set the limit where it's at for a reason.
The DNR says Waukesha was in violation for decades because radium occurs naturally in the rock surrounding its deep wells, and the city fought the regulations. After losing in court in 2003, the utility began removing the radium and blending with non-contaminated water.
I don't think that people really necessarily out there should be that concerned as long as they continue to move ahead.
But attorney Melissa Malott does not think they are moving fast enough.
Sometimes we don't know the long-term impacts, the chronic exposure levels, and how that chemical interacts with other chemicals.
So some residents install water filter systems or water softeners, which remove radium.
This issue for Waukesha isn't just about radium, it's about long-term water quality and the long-term water supply.
The manager says the water deep underground is being used up faster than it's being replaced. And requesting Lake Michigan water from other governments is the best long-term solution. But that may never happen because the states and provinces that border the Great Lakes may deny the request.
If they implemented water conservation measures that were strong right now, they would be able to stop using the radium-contaminated well water, and they would save the community the $150 million plus that they would spend on a Great Lakes diversion.
She says Waukesha is not offering enough rebates to install low-flow toilets and high-efficiency appliances in homes and businesses. The utility's website says new toilets alone would reduce water use up to 500,000 gallons per day.
It would make a lot of sense. It would be a lot cheaper. You wouldn't be treating as much water.
Now, the utility manager says Waukesha does not have a higher incidence of cancer compared to the rest of Wisconsin.
But having seen your report, I have to ask, could that change over time?
Well, actually, the longer the exposure, the higher the risk. And we just got this report from Waukesha saying that last year the water was not complying with EPA radium standards 46% of the time. Now, that number surprised me.
You'll keep us posted.
Definitely.
All right, thanks, Diane.